Sorry about that, y'all. I'm sitting up here at the airport, so I don't know if the signal has something to do with that or not. But I'm gonna finish saying what I'm saying. So the second person that I needed to forgive was a relative that molested me amongst other people in the family. I made the first phone call to forgive the first person. The first person apologized to me and was right there with me. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledging, taking accountability, and so forth and so on. Why you gotta park all the places to park? You gotta be parked right here. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. I don't like that. I do not like that. Let me turn this. I don't like that. I mean, of all the places. Oh, look at her. She got the light on. Let me park right there next to her. I don't need you to park next to me. I really don't. Let me do my thing. You might be in the back. I'm at the airport. I just dropped my husband off. I'm at the airport. I don't like that. I don't like that. And then he leaves. See, this stuff, you know, I don't like that. I got the light on, so I'm very visible right now, so people can see me. And no, we not doing that. uh, so anyway, so I called the first person, right, to because I've been harboring, these feelings for a long time, right? So I called the next person, Brittany. Brittany. Morning, Miss Debbie. Good morning. I hope you have a blessed Monday as well. You say I'm back. You came back for it. I'm trying to. I don't care if I can help one person out, y'all. That's always my mission. I'm serious. If I can help one person out, I did well. Um, so I called the second person that molested me in my life, that I've been holding, these feelings and these memories. And I did the first phone call went very well. I was able to cry, be emotional, because it was an emotional thing, you know what I'm saying? Good morning, everyone. So I called the second person. Hello, can I speak to so and so? They got on the phone. I said, how you doing? They said, good, how are you? Like nothing happened. I could be better. I said, I just want to call you to let you know that I remember what you did to me. Thinking it was going to go the same way the first phone call went. Well, it didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. You know what I'm referring to? Yes, you do. No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what you did to me. I remember what you did. When I tell you this person denied, and lied, that's what happened. I said, I had got enough of arguing with the person that I said this. I said, I remember what you did to me. I don't think I'll ever forget what you've done to me. And the purpose of my call was to say that I forgive what you've done to me. But seeing that you don't know how to take accountability, I didn't use that word. I say, but you're just lying. I didn't have my vocabulary together because I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't have my vocabulary together. I said, you just want to lie about what you've done to me, but I remember what you did to me. And I was just calling, whether you admit it or not, that's between you and God. And I'm going to put that in God's hands. But I'm going to let you know that I remember what you did to me. And I forgive you. When I said that, I mean the phone went completely silent. That person didn't say anything else. And I got off the phone. And when I got off the phone, I went to the ladies' room and I just cried. I cried and 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 I cried for several days, and I cried for at least about a week or two. No, I don't think I cried for a week or two. I think I cried for several days. Maybe it was about two days or something like that. I felt like something drained from me, and then everything looked like it became brand new. Does that make sense? Everything looked like it became brand new to me. And most of my tears was I was crying because I was really proud of myself for speaking up. Being going through a molestation or someone raping you or something like that, we've all have done it. I stated in my last video, I talked to my kids, and everywhere they went, I was like, did anybody touch you? Did anything happen? Such blah blah blah, and all this other kind of stuff. This is teaching and bringing awareness to be able to talk to your family, talk to your babies. I don't care if you raising nieces, nephews, or whatever, whoever's in the house, talk. Whoever is the babysitters, talk. You hear me? This is what this is about. We have to communicate. Communicate. People not doing that anymore. So they getting away with a lot of stuff. Probably more than what it was. Communicate. Communicate. Just like I said in the last video that I just came out of. When we get hurt, we fall, we cut ourselves, we hurt ourselves or whatever, we go to the hospital and we receive that help. It's the same thing with relationships. It's the same things with all the rest of this stuff. You say you back. I'm back too. I'm at the airport. My husband works at the airport, so I dropped my husband off at the airport, and I just came over here in the parking lot. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. That's where I'm at. So I ain't even home yet. I'm supposed to be going to the store, and I just pulled the car over because I said, I want to come on here. You said my phone was buffering. Anybody else? Mine was. That's why I came out of it. So I just want to help people, that's going through situations. When I was in a pageant, okay, I never grew up and was like one of those little kids that'd be like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a pageant queen. I never in my entire life that I ever dreamed that or think that I wanted to grow up and be in a pageantry. That wasn't for me. I wanted to grow up and be a singer. That's what I wanted to grow up and be. I wanted to grow up and be a singer. Well, it just so happened because I ended up in a very abusive situation. To where my son, I know a lot of you all have seen my story on here. My son was 20 years old. He was decapitated by a train. So that's a hard pill to swallow and work through. And then I was married for like 20 plus years to my first ex-husband. So my kids were doing their thing, going off to college. You know what I mean? And I'm the one left at home in a 4-bedroom house, and I didn't know anything about dating because I felt like I was put up on a shelf like fine wine when you in a long relationship like that. So divorce happened. I ended up getting with the wrong guy that beat me for 2.5 years. I mean, I'm talking beat me. I'm talking beat the hell out of me. You hear me? I don't look nothing like how I been through. You hear what I'm saying? I don't look nothing like how I went through. But I went through a lot. So that's why I smile with joy and things happen in my life. And it may look like I don't go through nothing, but I do. Is God just did me God gave me this joy. God did all of this for me. Wait a minute, what did you say? What did you say? Oh, we gonna talk, Darlene. We gonna talk. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on the live stream so that I can interview you, and we can talk. But I'm not home right now. But we gonna talk. So good morning. Good morning, Diva the Boss. Congratulations, Diva. Congratulations. Y'all, she hit her thou yesterday. So I shared her live on my post. And for all you all that's over here that went over there to like her stuff, y'all, thank y'all so much. That was nice to see. I like to see people getting blessed, man. I ain't even kidding. That's like a joy for me. You hear me? That's a high for me. That's a high for me to see people happy and reaching they goal at something. I did. Oh no, Diva the Boss. We appreciate you. We want you to keep doing what you doing. You hear me? We appreciate you. So thank you all that went over there and liked her and subscribed to her. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Aw, thank you. Diva the Boss. She said, hi, Miss Debbie. Hi, Miss D. Good morning, beautiful. Um, so I've been through a lot in my life, y'all. This joy, this laughter, all this that I have, my husband, like God gave me all of this. I don't take none of this stuff for granted. You know what I'm saying? When I said I've been through a lot in my life, I've been through a lot. And I think one of the reasons why I've gone through a lot is because God wanted me to be relatable to people. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get up here and bump my gums. Know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Understand the feelings and the emotions that I feel. You hear me? You say, Catherine said, the only thing that saved me was I told the person I'm going to tell my daddy, and my pops was a wild chester. Was wait a minute, was a Winchester shot. Oh, he had a Winchester shotgun. Oh, okay, I hear. Yeah, he knew not to play with that there. And yeah, hey, Miss Shonda. Hey, Shonda Thoughts. So I've been through a lot in my life, man. I'm not just saying this stuff just to say this stuff. You heard me. I've been through a lot in my life. So I've learned to overcome some stuff. Hey, Miss Sheree. And so if I could overcome some stuff, it would behoove of me to not say something to help somebody else out. And I know what I done came through. You hear what I'm saying? So I wasn't one of them little girls that grow up and be like, oh, I want to be in a pageant when I grow up. Oh my God. No, I was not that. Although I had every Barbie doll that it was, because my family, for Christmas and stuff like that. But that wasn't me. I wanted to grow up and be a singer. That's what I wanted to grow up and be. I done wrote songs and stuff like that. I'm not proud of the songs that I wrote, but and that's because it didn't give me that flavor that I wanted. I was looking for something else. My swag is a little bit different now. But anywho, so when I went through the first divorce, I didn't know too much about dating. You know what I mean? My mindset wasn't clear on how to do, I'm used to being on a one-on-one relationship. So I got with the wrong person that beat me for 2.5 years. You hear me? I'm talking about Lord Jesus. I use, man, Jesus. I ain't gonna go into too much details about it, but when I came out of that relationship, I'll share some from here and there, now and then, and so forth and so on, and whatever fits. You know what I'm saying? But when I came up out of that relationship, I was one of my daughters is a model, so she was doing she was modeling, and she had an event that she had to go through, and she had to go try on some clothes and make sure whoever the people were there that were what do you call them, the designers. So she had to go try on the designer clothes and stuff. She asked me to take her and to sit in the car, and I wasn't getting in her business like that, so I didn't know everything that was going on because I was traveling at the time. I was traveling driving buses. And so I said, I was sitting out in the car. I was sitting out there. I wanted to be nosy. So I gave her enough time to go inside the place. And I sat in the car. And then when I figured she was in there good, I went and did a sneak peek. I opened up the door and I was looking all around. Being nosy as I am, and I was looking all around, and then two guys saw me and they was like, "Hey, you hear the model?" And I was like, nope, nope. I ran out. I ran out to my car, and at this time, because I travel so much, I used to keep clothes and shoes in my in the trunk of my car. So that's what I used to do. I used to keep it in the trunk of my car in case I need to change or whatever, whatever I need to do. Because traveling tour buses, they can call you and be like, okay, well, hey, can you go take these people out of town? You're going to be gone for 3 days in this hotel and such and such and such. You get paid such a blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So that's how it was. So I used to keep clothes in my trunk. So, me not knowing nothing, the two guys followed me outside. They was like, "Come on, you can." I said, "Look, I'm not a model. I'm just dropping my daughter off. She in there. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not a model." They was like, "You would be perfect to go in here and model and such and such and such." I said, "Look, I'm not a model. I promise you, I'm not a model. I'm just dropping my daughter off." And they was like, "Well, just for laugh and giggles, why don't you just do a walk for us?" I said, "A walk? What you mean by a walk? Just walk the cat, what they called it, the cat, just do a catwalk for us in here for come on, just give it a shot." And I was like, "Y'all, you know what? Y'all playing too much with me. You know I'm not a model. You know I don't look like no model, and this and that and the other, right?" I said, "But you know what? Me, I'm such a character. I play with everybody. Like I'm a character. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. Once I got over being abused and everything like that, and learned to love myself, I really did learn that I like to make people laugh. I'm learning it even more now in this life, but I went in there. I was like, okay, fine. So I went in my trunk. I grabbed some heels, thinking I'm gonna be funny. And they was like, and then the song came on. They had some people watching me and taking pictures of me. The song came on. What was it? Beyonce. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. That song right there. I said, okay, so I put them heels on, put my hands on my hip, and I just went to walking like, stop. I turned. I was acting a fool. I'm not even lying. I was acting a fool. And so I after that, I went back outside and they came in. They said, "Hey, one of these designers would like to use you and the fashion show we got coming up." I said, "What you mean? Why do they want to use me? Like, I'm not a model. I just did that for fun because y'all was coming out here playing with me." They said, "No, they work with plus size women and they want to know if you can model one of their plus size outfits." I was like, "Shut up. Stop lying. Don't play with me like that." I said, "Don't do me." They were like, "No, I'm serious." They introduced me to the designer, and I ended up in the fashion show with my daughter. Like, I was like, "Get out of here." And then I saw this one lady, right? And we were back there and they were doing our hair and our makeup and stuff. I'm like, "Look at me." Like, I'm tripping. I am tripping at this point, but I'm going with the flow. And I look at her and I said, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful." Because I like to, I'll tell a woman anytime. I'll walk up to a woman and say, "Sis, you are beautiful. Sis, you is wearing that outfit. Sis, where you get them shoes from? Sis, that purse is off the chart." I'll be trying to get the 411, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to uplift my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Certain men that make you want to put sisters down because they try to compare, but on the real, we as sisters, we really do be uplifting each other if we don't let anybody come in between that, right? So I'm up there, I'm looking at this sister. I say, "My God, you are absolutely gorgeous." Well, guess what? She turned out to be one of my good friends. After we got done with this, because another lady came up and she was like, you should contact these people right here because they looking for queens and such a blah blah blah. I was like, queen, I just came out being abused. You hear me? I just came out of being beaten. You hear me? What where is all this coming from? I'm asking God, what's going on? Lo and behold, I become a queen. I got the crown and sash and all. That is who I am. Like for real, for real. It's not a joke. I became a plus size pageant queen. And so I was like, okay, God, you want me to be a plus size pageant queen? Okay. And they were like, well, you need to pick something that you're going to bring awareness to. And I was like, well, I just came out of a very abusive situation. I would like to use this time to bring awareness to domestic violence. So I became a domestic violence advocate during that time. It wasn't about the platform for me to be a pageant queen because I never was one of those little kids to grow up and be like, oh, I'm gonna be a queen when I grow up. That was never me. That was never, ever, 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 ever me. I didn't have, no, I was a little bit of a little tomboy at the time when I was a little bitty kid, Now I was always one of those ones that like, I, I, I didn't like people picking on the underdog. I've always been that person. So anyway, so I became a advocate for domestic violence awareness. And my platform, when I tell you, it was not about the contest for me. Even it trips me out because even when I was in a contest, I wasn't competing. Like I don't know, it's weird. My thing was, okay, I got to help somebody. I have got to help somebody during this time that I'm this year that I'm reigning for to be this not about me because God put me here. So this is not about me. I'm supposed to help other people. So I began to advocate for domestic violence awareness and speak to women everywhere I go. I remember I even wore purple hair because purple represents domestic violence. So I wore purple hair. I did. I'm not even lying. When I was driving in a huge event, and I was driving tour bus, and I had to pick up people left and right, and people were like wanting to take pictures of me. Matter of fact, one of the young ladies on my Facebook, she posted my story on her thing, and it compelled a lot of people to write on there. I don't know, I hit a couple of thousand. It was just refreshing to see people comment underneath the post that she wrote about me and uplifting me. Like that brought joy to me. Every time I got down, somebody would post something new, and was lifting me up. It was just like sharpening me. You feel me? And I was like, oh my God, this is a blessing. This is a blessing. Everywhere I went, like people would I take my sash with me because I would drive kids. To like Six Flag, Magic Mountain, Disneyland. All in California and stuff like that. They would go there. I would take them to their graduation. They go to Vegas. I would take them and I would get pictures with them. I would stand and take pictures with them and then I was in a parade. Lord Jesus, let me tell y'all, I never was one of those kids that said I want to grow up and be a pageant queen, but I was in I want to say Thanksgiving parade, but I'm on the mayor page. The mayor gave up his car and his driver for me to drive in it. All the other queens that was in the parade, they asked to be in the parade, they were sharing cars. I had my own driver in the parade. I had my own driver, and I'm plus size queen, so don't get it twisted. Plus, that's why I'm not ashamed of my teeth. I'm not ashamed of my body. I'm not ashamed of any of that because I represented the plus size. So I was in the chauffeur was driving me in a parade, and I saw this one little girl, and she was crying. And she was crying because I was waving at her. And she was crying because I was looking at her. So I told the driver, I said, stop the car. He said, stop the car. I said, stop the car. And then I waited for her to come here, and she came to me, and I gave her a big hug, and took a picture with her. And when I tell you, this young lady just cried, I mean, cried, because she thought she saw a princess. And me, I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody that God used to help somebody. You hear me? I'm a nobody. I don't look at myself like that. I was like, what the who's what? Like, she was tears. The mayor came up to meet me and some of his constituents and took pictures with me. Like, I was like, wow, like this is I'm a nobody. I was just in a relationship getting beaten and so forth and so on like that. You don't know what God, how God, when God gonna move into your life. You have no idea. You have no idea. Sometimes we go through life hard situations and we don't know how to handle stuff. That's why I use on both of these things. I said that I was molested when I was a young kid, because of the fact that I was able to listen to what God told me to forgive. That to me opened up a door for blessings to come into my life. It's a hard situation to be able to go through something and harbor that thing is in for years and years at a time. This is a time where you need to be talking to your kids, your nieces, nephews, whatever, and find out, has anyone hurt and harmed them? This is a time to bring your family closer together. You hear me? The lesson in this: watch over each other. Family is not always easy to get along with. Sometimes the most hurt come from our family. But you never know when you going through some stuff what God gonna use that situation to help somebody else out. You hear me? So I'm not gonna stay before y'all long. I just wanted to share my story with you guys and be like, help somebody. Don't take none of this for weakness. Life is already hard enough. You're already going to go through some stuff. You got to be able to learn from it. Catherine said that's when you're secure within yourself. I didn't just get here. I done went through some stuff. I done went through some stuff. So, minors, don't be speaking about minors, y'all. I saw the video, and my thing is the same thing as it was the last time. I think this family need therapy. I think they need help. It's already a hard situation to go through. I don't understand why it was displayed on the social media, because social media, y'all, we want to run and tell everything to social media, but social media can't help us. Facebook can't help us. Instagram can't help us. YouTube can't help us. Whatever it is. Some things you need to go and really receive help. And don't let nobody push you to the point. And if I get here, y'all help me now. Help me. Okay? We don't know what really happened. Don't take judgment. Pray over this family. Find out the truth before. Just wait. I will comment on this when the time comes. I will not comment on the minor. So you guys find some peace and joy. Don't judge until you get the whole story of what's going on. This family need prayer and this family need help. Pray for this family. Okay? I'm finna go. I love you guys. Be good out there in these YouTube streets. And whoever seen that thing, these YouTube streets, these YouTube streets, these YouTube, I like that. I just want to say, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I've been wanting to say that every time I come on. I like that. Okay, I'm out of here. I gotta go. Y'all be good out here on these YouTube streets. All right, don't. That's a minor. That is a minor. Keep that in mind. That's a minor. Love you guys.